Hey families, it's Alicia Fries here with OpenMinds Education, and oh my gosh, it is a beautiful day outside. It is so gorgeous here in San Diego. The sun is shining, there's a lovely breeze, and it made me realize that I have the perfect project for you all to do today. I want to show you how to design a kite. Check this guy out. It kind of looks like a paper airplane, but it's attached to a handle. It has a string, so you can go outside and fly it. Pretty cool. Who doesn't want to do that? I know you do, so I'm going to show you how. All right, you don't need that many supplies. Let me tell you what you want to grab. First, a piece of white paper. Next, you need some string. The longer the string, the higher your kite will fly. For me, I did about 3 of my arm's length, so keep that in mind when you're getting your string. You need something for your handle. I'm using a piece of cardboard. All right, piece of cardboard, but if you don't have a piece of cardboard, you can use a paper towel roll. You could even use chopsticks. So get creative with whatever you have on hand. Think about your handle and grab something for that. You need a stapler, but if you don't have a stapler, don't fret. You can grab some tape and we can work with it. You need a hole puncher, but again, if you don't have a hole puncher, please don't worry. You can use a sharpened pencil to poke your hole later, so grab a sharpened pencil. You need that for another part of the project anyway. And then of course, please grab colors. You know I'm a huge fan. I want you to grab crayons, colored pencils, or markers because you're going to use these to decorate your kite. Before you do that though, here's what I need you to do with your piece of paper. Take it, fold it in half, hamburger style. Okay? Boom. Once you've done that, you're going to take your pencil and you are going to try to find the halfway mark between the front and the back of your piece of paper. Just do your best. Please don't worry about it being perfect. We're guesstimating here. All right, and once you've made that mark down at the bottom near the crease, you're gonna put a number 2 above it. Just like so. Perfect. Now, I want you to try to find the halfway point between that 2 and the front of your kite, or the front of your paper. Make a mark there, and then put a 1 above that. Again, please don't worry too much about it being perfect. We're just guesstimating. All right, can you see those? Awesome. Now you are ready to decorate. Please, 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 please give your kite so much color. When you think of a kite or when you see them in the sky, you know that they're vibrant. They have patterns, they have symbols, they're eye-catching. So I want you to color your paper. These are the parts that you're gonna see the most of, this part that we folded. Leave a little bit of space as you color around the 1 and the 2 because we're gonna need to be able to reference those numbers for later. And just go to town on it. By the end of your coloring, I don't want this to look like a piece of white paper. I want it to look like a kite. All right, so you should be coloring, and then once you're done, this is what you will do. You will take your paper, you will take the top corners that are closest to this number 1 that we've made and carefully bend them down to meet this number 1 down here. They are going to go on top of that number 1 mark. That's when you'll take your stapler and secure them down, okay? Oh, got it. Then you're going to take your hole punch and you're going to make a hole above your number 2 mark. Do not make it on the crease. We need it to go through the paper, all right, like so. Perfect. Once you've done that, you have your basic kite. Now you need to add your string. Take your string, one end of it, thread it through your hole, and tie it. All right, if you need help with this, ask an adult or another family member. I know that tying knots can be pretty tricky. Make sure you get a couple knots in there because you want it to be very secure. Then take the other end of your string, whatever you're using as your handle, and tie it around that. Once again, make sure it's really tight and secure. And once you've done that, you have your kite. That's pretty much it. Isn't that awesome? But it wouldn't be one of my lessons unless I explained how a kite works. So let me grab my cheat sheet, and maybe as you're still tying your knots or you're still coloring and decorating, I'm going to explain to you the 4 forces of flight. Did you know that there were 4 forces of flight? Maybe you did. If you did, you can name them with me. Lift, weight, drag, and thrust. Now, lift, weight, drag, and thrust are the 4 forces of flight, and they work on kites in the same way that they do on airplanes or anything else that flies. Let me grab my kite here for reference. Lift is the upward force that pushes a kite into the air. Weight is the downward force generated by the gravitational attraction of the earth on the kite. Now, most of us, if not all of us, know what gravity is. It's keeping us grounded, literally, pulling us towards the center of the earth so that when we're outside, we're not floating around like we would be if we were in space, right? The force of weight pulls the kite toward the center of the earth. Now, thrust is the forward force that propels a kite in the direction of motion. We really need wind in order for thrust to work on our kites. Wind is air in motion, and that's why this is a great project to do on a breezy or windy day, kind of like today. Drag is the backward force that acts opposite to the direction of motion. Drag is caused by the difference in air pressure between the front and the back of the kite and the friction of the air moving over the surface of the kite. Now, this part is really important, so pay attention. To launch a kite into the air, the force of lift must be greater than the force of weight. That works well in our favor because our kite is made of paper. It's not super heavy. To keep a kite flying steady, the four forces must be in balance. Lift must be equal to weight, and thrust must be equal to drag. Whew. All right, that's kind of a lot, right? I bet you never thought about that while you were flying kites if you've ever flown one before. But a couple things to consider while you are outside today. And that's what we have. Designing a simple kite made of paper with a cardboard handle for you to go outside, enjoy the fresh air, and to, I don't know, just be in the sunshine for a minute. I hope that you enjoy this project. Definitely send me a picture if you manage to do it. I would love to see the kites that you design, the vibrant, colorful patterns that you come up with. And I just hope that you really have fun with this beautiful day that we're having in San Diego. All right, friends, I will be back again with another video. You know it, and I look forward to seeing you then. Take care. Bye.